I once bought a stock. It dropped. I bought more. It dropped more. I bought even more. This story doesn't have a happy ending. I don't want to go. Unfortunately, I have to go. Coffee. Phone. Stocks. Red, red, red. Green. Red. Market is a bit volatile today. Opportunities come in volatile markets anyway. I read that somewhere. But I don't remember where. It's probably true. Whoever wrote it must have known something.
Good morning. Market's a bit volatile today.
Expected. Delayed effect of last month's interest rate decision. A few stocks dropped hard.
Bro, a dip means opportunity. I bought Dipcoin this morning. My uncle said this stock is a buy right now.
What is Dipcoin?
It's a tech company. Dropped 18% yesterday. My uncle thinks it's a temporary drop.
Does your uncle know why it dropped?
He doesn't know, but his intuition is very strong.
Stock markets don't run on intuition, Marcus.
My uncle's intuition works on stocks too.
Derek, so what's the right way to invest in a dropping stock?
First, you need to research why it dropped. Is it a temporary panic sell-off, or is there a real problem with the company? Then you need to enter with a small enough amount that you can afford to lose. And, this part is very important, you need to set your exit point before you buy. You need to decide your target sell price if it goes up, and your stop-loss price if it keeps dropping.
Derek, you think way too complicated. What drops comes up? My uncle said so. End of story.
I hope your uncle is right, Marcus.
What goes down comes up. That's actually logical. Derek always thinks too technically. Sometimes you need to trust your gut and act. Dipcoin. Let me check. Dipcoin Technologies. Dropped 18% yesterday. Big company. Tech sector. Why did it drop? Quarterly earnings came in below market expectations. But the company is huge. This is the bottom. It can't drop below this price. Let me also look at the company. Founded 12 years ago. Has a CEO. Has employees. Has offices. Okay, it's a real company. Research complete. What did Derek say? Research why it dropped. I researched it. Earnings were low. Done. He said set an exit point. My exit point is somewhere high. Specific enough. Okay, plan complete. Bought.
I went in with a small position, just like Derek said. I set my exit points. If it goes up 15%, I sell. If it drops 10%, I also sell. I also went in with a small position. 40% of my salary counts as small. Well, small by my standards.
Wait a minute. Squeven just thought he did everything Derek said. He said I researched it. He read one headline. He said I made a plan. He said somewhere high. He said small position. He put in 40% of his salary. He heard Derek's advice. He only heard the words. He didn't even stop to think about the meaning. He applied it just to say he applied it. He didn't care about the substance of what was said. Why does a stock drop? There are two possibilities. First possibility, temporary panic. The market overreacts, the company is actually healthy, and the price recovers. Second possibility, there is a real problem with the company. Earnings come in below expectations. Growth slows. Management changes. A stock in this situation will drop even further. Did Squeven research what happened to the stock? He read one headline, then made his decision. That was the extent of his research. Surprised? No, we're not surprised anymore.
Down another 8%. Okay, normal. Volatility. Markets work like this. I need to lower my average. If I buy cheaper, my average cost drops. Breaking even becomes easier when it goes back up. This is logical. This is genuinely logical. Bought. Second time.
My position is currently at minus 8%. My exit point was a 10% drop. Not yet, but I'm getting very close to the exit.
Oliver has a plan. So do I. Somewhere high.
The CEO resigned, Squeven. Derek just saw the news.
Don't think the worst. Maybe he went on vacation.
Do CEOs go on vacation?
They probably do. After all, everyone goes on vacation. Or maybe he got sick. Or maybe something came up with his family.
He wouldn't need to resign for that, though.
He went on vacation.
A CEO resignation is generally not a vacation, Squeven.
This news is enough for me. I'm selling without waiting for my exit point. My loss is small. That was the plan.
Oliver sold. I'll hold, because CEOs go on vacation too. My portfolio is down 35% in total. I need to lower my average a little more.
Bro, I also bought Dipcoin this morning. My uncle updated his view. He says it'll still go up despite the CEO resignation.
What did he base the update on?
His intuition.
I've been holding for 3 weeks.
How many times did you add Squeven?
3 times.
How much did you add in total?
A calculated amount.
Squeven.
80% of my salary.
I got out a long time ago. I took a small loss. I'm looking for a new opportunity.
How can you be this calm?
Because the amount I lost doesn't change my life.
The amount I lost changes my life. I actually already knew that. I usually end up stuck between knowing and not doing, and I usually choose not doing. That is my area of expertise. If Derek had told me this, I would have exited earlier. Derek told me more than once.
Why is averaging down dangerous? Because with every purchase, you're making an assumption. The assumption is this: the stock will recover and go up. But you're backing that assumption by putting in more money each time. If the stock doesn't recover, your losses multiply. And the bad part is, the more you lose, the more you want to average down. It pulls you in like a whirlpool. Your break-even point keeps moving further away. This is what it means to enter a spiral with no way out. Averaging down can only make sense in one situation. If you've genuinely researched the company and you have a concrete reason to believe the drop is temporary, and you're still investing only an amount you can afford to lose, then you can try it. Otherwise, it's a completely irrational move. Unfortunately, that's not investing. How many of these did Squeven do? 0. He averaged down 3 times. 0 research, 0 exit plan. CEO news came in. He said he probably went on vacation. Oliver, on the other hand, applied everything Derek said. Small position, exit point. Early exit based on new information. Small loss, move on. They both heard the same advice. One applied it. One just listened, didn't want to understand.
52%. I've been holding for 3 weeks. I bought 3 times, each time at a lower price. Each time, I lost more.
Did you sell?
No. If I sell, my loss becomes real.
It's already real, Squeven.
I know. Okay, I gave up and sold. It's done.
Squeven, you bought 3 weeks ago. You didn't research why it dropped. You ignored the CEO resignation. You added more with every drop. You had no exit plan.
I know.
Next time,
Probably not.
Bro, I sold at a loss too. I told my uncle. He was very upset. but he said next time he'll feel it even more.
I bought 3 times. Each time cheaper. Each time I lost more. It's called averaging down. It lowers my average, but it also lowers my account balance. Oliver made $800 profit this month. Then he took the dog to the vet. But instead of his own dog, he accidentally took his neighbor's dog. The neighbor didn't notice. Oliver didn't notice either. The vet noticed, but he didn't say anything either. I didn't ask why he took it. He paid $880, net minus $80. Actually, there's no difference between us. Marcus has a new tip. This time is different. Doomed, ready.